always feel better when my doctor says something is normal for my age. But then I remember dying is normal for my age.
What's up, guys? Mardigrasman23 here, and it is again time for the A F.o.O.L Podcast. I think we're up to 68, maybe.
Ooh, one shy.
Jeez, we're heading to the century mark. So I'm in my Bricklink store, and this is Joey's channel. That's BrickTrains up in the corner, who is going to be a little silent tonight. We've got Jabo on this side. Everybody knows BrickTsar. And up above, we have a special guest from Canada, the man who refuses to build a Lego city on his pool table, the master of the stop motion, Nick the Brick Adjuster.
Hello.
Woo!
You're still bugging me about using this pool table for something other than building.
What is the trick to not keeping it covered up with stuff?
I always have to. I use it. I use it for building. I use it for sorting, and so yeah, like right now,
pool.
I do use it for pool sometimes. Now that I put up a few more shelves, it's harder to play pool without just using the small pool stick.
So the when you play pool, does anything behind you get damaged?
It doesn't, because whenever I'm playing pool with the boys, when I see them coming around this area, right away I use a small one. Because I already know where the danger spots are. Like the danger spot is like right by the corners, right by the corner where the corners are. Those are the danger spots. So
we're glad to have you here. You know,
Yeah.
this is you go back a long ways on the YouTube community. All the way back to what was it, 2014 or 2013 when you first
2014.
Yeah.
Like I started watching you guys, well, BrickTsar and Mardigrasman around 2012. And then, well, Mardigrasman, were you around, you were around 2013, 2012, 2013?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I know BrickTsar for sure. I started watching him and Brick Show around 2012. And then I started my channel in 2014.
Yeah.
And then you started the sig fig bridge.
I know sig figs aren't a thing anymore. I came back 2021.
What happened with that? You know, I didn't even realize it till you made that comment about it. Like
which one?
Well, I said something about commented. I think it was on the Cali BrickClick interview, or maybe it was one of your videos about the sig. I think it was the Cali BrickClick interview. I left a comment about that you had the Tower Bridge with the sig figs, and you said it's not a thing anymore.
I noticed that nobody has sig figs. A lot of people have like drawn sig figs. I noticed when I came back, or just their faces. That became a thing, I guess, because I had a little leave of absence around 2017, and so I come back in 2021, and I started making some sig figs, but then I don't know, there wasn't a lot of interest with the sig figs, and then I noticed like not a lot of people did sig figs anymore. It wasn't so popular, so don't know what happened.
Expensive too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know people started like doing a lot of sig fig trading and going to conventions and giving out sig figs. I don't know if they still do that, but
so I guess it's come full circle, because when I started, we didn't know what sig figs were, even though that term predates even YouTube. But it's like
the first time I heard of that was Clutch. That was the first time I heard of that term, sig fig.
And so we make figures, and like everybody's, oh, that's your sig fig, and I'm like, oh, I guess I should have thought of this better.
Yeah, yours was the first sig fig I noticed. The red spaceman torso, and the face was what, the nerd or something.
Yeah, the nerd.
It was like
CMF.
Yeah.
Well, that's what caused it to be so expensive. Is a lot of people started using the CMFs, either a torso or the face or something that was exclusive.
Yeah, Marty.
Because that's what they wanted, right?
Yeah.
Mine was from the Lego movie. It was like the doctor from the Lego movie.
Yeah.
So, what got you into Lego? What was your entry into Lego?
I would say it was probably just my son. So you asked me earlier about the first set, and so the first set I actually built was the lighthouse, and so it was a Creator 3-in-1 lighthouse, probably 2011, 2012. I'm not sure the exact date that it came out. It probably on BrickTsar. It could be looked up, but it was a Creator 3-in-1 lighthouse. He was collecting. Well, my wife was already buying him Lego. Oh, yeah, there it is. So yeah, so what's the year? What does the year say there?
2012.
2011
to 2012.
Wow.
And I still have that. I have that displayed in the laundry room, just because I didn't want to take it apart, since that's kind of like the first set that I helped build, because I didn't build it all. And so he was collecting Lego, a lot of superhero, and I know he had some Harry Potter and Indiana Jones. Yeah. And so he was doing all that. That wasn't really interesting me at all. So I didn't even, it was just like toys that my wife would buy him. And so they kind of did Lego together. And then after I built that lighthouse with him, we went to, I've told this story before, but we went to the Lego store, and he found the town hall, and he was like holding the town hall, and he was like, "Can we get this?" And so my wife just looked at me, and she's like, "Do you want to get that?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." So we got the town hall, we brought it home. I helped him build it, and I had a good time helping him, like organizing all the pieces for him to put it together. Even before we started, I was like, whoa, we can't do anything yet. So we first have to open up all the bags. So I opened up all the bags, and now we have to organize all the pieces first before we put it together. And so we built it, and yeah, I had a lot of fun building that modular. And so the next day I'm not sure if it was the next day, but a few days later, I went back to the Lego store, and it ended up buying the Fire Brigade and the White House. Because the White House was what really, that first time I went to the Lego store, when we got the town hall, I was gravitating towards the architecture sets. And I just noticed how it was cool that there were these buildings there that didn't look like kids' toys. They were just actual structures. And so I just kept on looking at the White House. I don't know, maybe that's the only one I recognized, because all the other ones were just like big, like Roby House and Falling Water, and all those were all there, and all like the towers. But so the White House was the only one I recognized. So yeah, we got the Fire Brigade and the White House. I remember when I was paying for it, I was
gonna say, you jumped in pretty expensive there. Those are
when I was paying for it, and the cashier was like, "Oh, so are you getting these for yourself?" And at that time, I'm like, "No, I'm getting it for my son." And she's like, "Okay, sure you are." Because I was still, this is like my second time just getting something, and this probably the second time ever in the Lego store. So I was embarrassed still. Like, I'm thinking this is still a kid's toy, and so I played the "This is for my son" card. Yeah, but they didn't buy it. So.
They know better now.
Didn't one of the kids go to sleep and woke up? You stayed up and built it. Was that?
Yes. Yeah. So that was that was the town hall. So Tristan and I finished, I guess, the first floor, and then it was time for him to go to bed. So he went up, and then he basically built the first floor, because I was organizing the pieces and I was just handing it to him. And so I was thinking, I want to do a bag. So I opened up a bag, started putting the pieces on, and I was having fun. So I opened up another bag. Well, actually, I didn't open up a bag. The bags were already, I guess I just flipped to the next step or whatever. Ended up finishing the next floor, and then the next floor. And then it was basically done when he woke up. And then he was like, "What? You finished without me?"
So you still sort your sets like, Adam Savage is famous for doing that, setting all the parts out. No.
I basically, because like when you open up a bag, all the same pieces are in those same bags. So I basically have clumps, right? Just
Right.
open up the bags, you have clumps. This was like the first time, because I like now you recognize pieces when they're upside down, backwards,
Yes.
whichever way.
Right.
Back when you first start, like for example, my brother and my dad just started building they built their first Lego set a couple weeks ago, and then they said that it took them 5 hours to do 3 bags, and this was like a Lego friend set that they that they bought him. And so I think it was because they're not recognizing the pieces,
Right?
Because I told them, like, as you start building, it's going to be a lot quicker, because you look at the instruction, you see that piece. Like even my kids, like my youngest kid right now, so sometimes it's like, I can't find this piece, and then it's right here.
Right.
So you just hand it to them. You guys are all experts now, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like when you first started, it's different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
My
good to
wife
get
is
that.
still like that. Sorry, Jeff.
No, I was saying it's good to get that perspective, because when you build for years, and like now you've been building for years, and you don't have those roadblocks to building that new builders have, and I don't know, I'm just
I know that's the
it
first.
occurred to me that and I know, like when my son, when he was younger and he was building, it would always be like, yes, it's missing a piece. I can't find a piece, but I could always find it, because not
It's
only
right there.
do the pieces look different, pieces hide, pieces roll off the table.
Sometimes
I will
they're
notice
stuck in the corner of the bags.
Yeah.
I noticed Dakota, my grandson, he's only 5 though, but he will orientate each piece to the instructions to find them, right? Because he hasn't figured out, and I don't even know at what age your brain can start figuring that out, that the piece, what it would be on the bottom or on the side. It is a very it's experience.
So when you're building, do you turn if it says flip it over, you flip it over? If it's turned this way, you spin it that way?
Like,
or do you just hold it in your hand and snap pieces on?
Well, I build stuff now stop motion, right?
Right.
Unless it's a really big set, and so if it's stop motion, I'll like have the pieces here, and then I'll move them, click, and then like moving them towards. And sometimes I'll like mirror build it together, so I don't really always follow how the instructions say it. I just try to do it so it's interesting,
right?
Which is like as you get more experience building, you can do stuff like that, right? Or I'll flip ahead to see what it looks like, and then I figure out how I'm gonna do it. But if it's like a really big set, I'll just have it like in my hand or whatever, and then just time lapse it while I'm just building a big set. You must
have some tremendous patience to do those time lapses.
Well, my wife always says like she wants me to do it so the set lasts longer, and so I'll be buying less sets because I'm spending more time with that set, right?
Yeah,
because that'll make a poly bag take you at least an hour.
No, I'm pretty quick now. Like I have the clicker. Back before when I was doing it before I came back, I had to. I'd have like a timer set on the camera, which would click every like either 3 seconds or 5 seconds. I can't remember. And so I would do it and then wait for it to click, because if I would press it with my thumb, it would shake the camera.
The camera.
But now coming back, there's all this Bluetooth fantastic, amazing discoveries now. So I just have my clicker with the Bluetooth with my phone, and then so it does everything. So like I was telling a lot of people coming back, a lot of things are a lot faster now to like make videos, because I remember before I would have to I take the footage with my camera, then put the footage from my camera to the computer, and then send the computer to my phone, edit it on my phone, then send it back to my phone to the computer, and then upload, which would take like 5 hours to upload.
Yes.
like a I don't know, 8-minute video.
Yeah.
But now, like with an iPhone 13, take all the footage on here, edit on the phone, upload. It uploads in like what, a minute?
Yeah.
Not even. Yeah. It's so fast. You couldn't upload from the phone before. You had to upload from the computer. And it would take forever. And so
for me, even the transfer from the phone to the computer sometimes
a
was
while.
long.
Yeah,
it wasn't
everything was
hours,
long.
but the upload. I remember the first time I was watching one of these guys that did like YouTube how-to tutorials, and he was going through his workflow, and he was uploading his video, and then the little bar went, and it was done. And I was like, did he just edit that? I kept playing that back. I'm like, he just uploaded that in a few seconds. I have to start mine at 10 o'clock at night, and then I'll wake up in the morning and see if it's done.
Was that from before, or was that
I'd say from like the first 4 or 5 years that I did YouTube, it would take hours.
No, I mean the video that you saw where he went, was that like a recent video?
Oh no, it was years ago.
Oh, how did he?
I mean, it was like it only took him a few seconds to upload a
fast
video.
Internet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
usually I'm less than a minute on uploads for sure now.
I know. So people who complain now that, oh, it takes so long, like, oh, you should have seen how it was in 2014, 2016.
Yeah. Well, I feel bad because I mine are in 4K, so they do take an hour or two to upload.
I don't do it 4K.
Yeah. I
just do 1080p.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. My videos weren't even in 4K to begin with either.
Right.
they were DVD quality, I think.
Yeah.
That was back when you had the curtain behind you, right?
Oh yeah.
The bed sheet.
The bed sheet. Yeah.
I remember that.
Those were great videos back then.
Yeah. The bad sound and So you did, you're talking about how you were building that town hall, and then you just couldn't stop building. You also, I guess, couldn't stop buying there for a while, for a few years.
Well, still,
Lego do you think Lego is addictive?
Ooh.
I think I do, and I like building. I remember when I was first building a modular, I just liked how the walls were going up each layer. I just remember I was like, oh, that's cool.
It's satisfying.
Yeah, how the walls just keep going up, and then when you finally put those jumper tiles and the tiles on the top, and then the whole thing's done, I'm like, okay, that looks good. And then you put that to the side, and then you start again with the bottom layer, and then the walls go up. That's one thing I liked about the modulars. So the modulars and the architectures were the first things I was collecting. And then after I got them all, I was like, what else is there to collect? And then I started watching like YouTube videos to see like what else is out there. And then that's when you start kind of getting a new theme, and then getting addicted to collecting that theme. So I blame the Brick Show and your creative friends for getting me hooked.
Yeah.
I credit your creative friends for what would today be small. It's very very small channel, but they had like 2,000 or 3,000 subscribers, but they kind of helped kickstart like a little community of people getting together or sharing things. Like they did the minifigure map.
Yes,
and that's how a lot of us got to know each other.
Did you ever send something in to the minifigure map?
I did. Oh yeah, and he did a special video for mine because I sent him in one of the old figures. So it's like it was back in the day, like with YouTube being new, there were a lot of things that people still weren't aware of that now I'll see like the little TikTok YouTubers do it, and people are, oh, it's like new still. but I sent him in what would basically be a sig fig of myself made from the minifigures, the statue figures.
The statue figures,
without the arms, the ones with no arms.
Yes.
They have red ones?
They have red ones, yeah.
Oh.
Did you send him with the red torso and pants, or
no? This was even before BrickTsar sig fig.
No pants.
Oh.
So when you weren't making videos for those few years, you were still buying, right?
I was buying, but I wasn't, because I guess I think Hogwarts came out around that time when I wasn't making videos. I think even like the Ninjago City. I was just getting the big sets. I wasn't getting. So I remember like I snoozed on like a lot of some of the Star Wars sets, and so when I came back, I was like, oh, I'm missing all these minifigures. So that's when I went to Bricklink and kind of got a bunch of minifigures from Star Wars that I didn't have.
Good thing you got
That was
them
just
back
basically.
then.
Sorry.
It's a good thing you got them 3 years ago and not today.
Yeah, are they even more now?
Yeah.
I think it's the solo ones I was missing, like the solo movies. Those were the ones that I missed out on. So I just got a bunch of the figures that I didn't have.
Have you ever stopped to see like some of the stuff that you've been collecting, especially the minifigures for Star Wars, but the sets that you bought, some of the architecture sets that just have these crazy values now? Because when you started collecting, this is when the boom really started with some of the values of sets.
Yeah, I did check some of them out actually, because I heard that the Ghost is super crazy high now, the Star Wars one, and so after that I was like, I wonder how much the architecture ones were. So like I know Roby House is a lot, and I think Falling Water might be a lot too. Basically the bigger ones. But I was surprised that the Ghost is going for that. How much it's going? I don't know off the top of my head, but I know it's going for a lot.
So
and even
figure, right?
the Kanan minifigure too.
Yeah,
it's going
for the figure that's in it.
Yeah. So the Ghost, also the figures are notorious for people that use them for breaking or cracking. The Ghost figure. Because I remember the first time I saw somebody talking about that, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I hadn't looked at this set since we built it. So I was like worried that the figures.
Oh, the Zeb. I heard that the Zeb cracks.
Yeah.
I don't think mine cracked though.
Mine didn't either.
I don't really mess around with them.
I think if you don't handle them too much, they're probably all right. Yeah. But yeah, that set's worth a lot because of the couple of the figures.
Yeah, the figures are a big deal. So let's see. I guess I'm just looking at the show notes. Sorry. Are you? I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought. I'm gonna have to edit some of this out.
The vault set.
the brick.
Do we want to go all the way back to the vault set?
Yeah. So we do a vault set every week, and when it started, Nick, it was a homework assignment, and we alternated. But pretty much now it's usually Joey, unless Jabo throws one in. I hardly ever come up.
I didn't get to that. I didn't get to that episode yet.
Oh,
the very first,
where we started the vault
set. Where we started the vault.
Do you guys remember? The very first vault
I don't know where the.
I don't remember what we did last week.
Let's see the first vault set.
I think Mardigrasman is now.
That's a good question for the audience.
There you go. Yeah,
what's the first vault for the true fans?
I think I remember my first vault set, but I don't know if it was the first of them channel. There's your homework assignment, guys.
Yeah.
So we had the problem, not the problem, but we had the video that inexplicably is getting a lot of views.
Yes.
And it was a Duplo set that was the vault set.
It was the vault set, yeah. And I still don't have a clue why. We're over 20,000 on it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Of that podcast.
Yeah.
Is it of that podcast?
Yeah.
It's because of Jabo's thumbnail.
It is.
I'm holding a Duplo train in the thumbnail.
That's it. So I picked this obscure vault set. It's craft set number 2. So there you go.
Oh. It's in a brown box.
It's a brown shipping box.
Nick said, "Oh,
this goes back to the early 60s or mid 60s." But the reason I picked it is, it ain't gonna focus. There's a little lighthouse in there. This is the number 2 set. That's the bricks you got.
Lighthouse.
You got red and white. Yeah. So I thought since you and your son got to do a lighthouse.
Is that the instruction manual?
There is no instruction manual. That's yes, you're right.
Yeah,
that is the instruction
that's your
manual.
suggestions.
Yeah. You did get maybe a slightly blown up version, but the lighthouse isn't on it. So
so you can make any one of those.
any one of
Pictures.
these pictures, yeah. Oops.
Usually one at a time.
One at a time, yeah. Literally, it is a box of red and white pieces.
So is that the original box, or is that like a shipment
Yeah.
box?
That's it.
Oh.
It wasn't sold on. That was it was a mail-in offer.
Mail-in.
Oh,
that-
okay.
In
So
that
you-
era, you'll hear us if you keep watching the fight. You'll hear us talk about this a lot. That era, they had mail order stuff like on cereal boxes, Velveeta cheese, Kraft, and then those would always come in brown boxes. And if you bought something from Sears or J.C. Penney or F.A.O. Schwartz, it usually came in a brown box, not in a Lego box.
There's
Oh,
the box. You either got one of these or the mini wheels. There you go, Jabbo. You need to do all the mini wheels off.
I got to start working on collecting those. I haven't got the instruction manuals yet. Those mini wheel sets, they actually did come with instructions.
Yes, yeah.
So what year is this?
This one would have been
Is it
70
60s?
or 69?
I was thinking
71?
67. Somewhere
Oh,
in there.
67.
I was thinking.
Okay.
I might be wrong. I'd have to look it up.
Cut your UPCs, send them in with the send them in with the little reply card with the order form.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so is that an original you got, or is that afterwards?
this?
No, I mean, like, did you get that at that time?
Oh, no.
No,
I'm not
no.
saying that you're that
know
old.
what
But
I am that old, but no, I didn't. I am that old. Yes,
this is the A.F.o.O L Podcast.
that's right. Fans of old Lego. 71. Sorry, I was
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because so
71.
my sister, she saw when I did the thing about the Velveeta, because you bought the Velveeta, and then I know, then I had to buy the Velveeta box. So we're buying a food item just because it had a Lego advertisement on it. And my sister said, I think you made Mom send off for that, because I have no recollection of it.
Oh, cool.
So
And all my siblings were older, so they would remember better than me. So I've been scouring film and pictures to find anything Lego in the background. We didn't take pictures of stuff when I was young like that.
another thing you'll learn as you go across the podcast is that these two like to entice each other, and you'll see their heads down. You know, like Joey might show a set,
I'm
or
on
Jabbo
BrickLink
will
buying
talk about a
something.
set. The other one's heads down because they're
See,
buying the set.
like
while
right
we're
now.
talking about it.
See, I'm listening to the podcast. I won't be able to see their facial expressions.
Oh, you'll hear us talk about
I just
it.
listen.
Yeah.
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 There'll be a
It's really
slight
good.
pause.
It's really good when I come across something and they try to race to get it.
Earl, he likes to throw chum in the water, and here we come.
I tried it right before I went on vacation. I sent one to you. Did you get that? The little Duplo doll?
Me?
No, that was to Jabbo.
Yeah. The doll.
It was the Duplo. The
No,
creepy dolls.
I didn't order that. I didn't. No, I did. I did. You sent me down the rabbit hole looking for all the different listings, and there were several different varieties that I don't have. I probably will eventually look at collecting all the different Duplo dolls, but I just can't afford to do it right now.
I didn't know there were that many of them.
Yeah, there were at least 10. There's probably more.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Man.
Those are what, like a Cupid doll size? Something like that.
They're not that big, but they're bigger than they're big, but they're not. I don't know if they're as tall as a Scala figure, but they're chunky.
Yeah, they were chunky. Yeah.
Do you have any?
Yes, I do have. They came in the ones I have came in a Lego education set. Not actually too terribly long ago.
It's actually pretty neat because the doll had I think it was overalls, and it had a Lego patch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, and a lot of the dresses will have a Lego patch on the side of them for the girls, and they had all kinds of different variety of ethnic. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nick, you're not big into the trains, right?
I have some trains, but they don't run. So I think the first train I got was the Horizon Express, just because that was the first one that came out at that time. And then I think the next one I got was like the Lone Ranger Constitution.
Yes,
what is it called?
The Constitution,
yeah.
Constitution, and then the little Hogwarts one. So, just like those trains I have, but they don't run. They're just on display.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have pretty much your entire collections on display, right?
Yeah, except stuff that I don't display. Then I just take it apart and piece it out for like mocks and stuff.
Okay. Have you had to? I mean, space always becomes a problem for us. Have you decided to part with anything over the years?
So
or
the newest thing,
everything you bought?
The newest thing I just discovered were these little dividers. Do you see the Calyx?
Oh yeah, to put in the shelf so you can put more in a cubby there. Yeah.
You can here and here. And so this like opened up like lots of room for like more of these big creator cars.
Yeah.
So they're like $15 at IKEA, probably cheaper in the US.
Yeah.
But I found those, and so I started sticking them into all these little cubes because a lot of them were like wasted space on the top.
Yes.
Right.
And so now, so that helps. And then I have like stuff on the bulk. What do they call it? Bulk.
Like a bulkhead.
Bulkhead. So like I have shelves
way
up there now.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's where like all the architecture is now.
Okay.
So just making use of like different.
Wait, do you have Marina Bay Sands?
It's so Mardigrasman gave me the idea of piecing that out.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't have the
tile.
Yeah. Tile.
Yeah, we talked about that on a what episode. What happened to those?
Yeah.
What happened to what?
I brought it back when I came back, but it wasn't doing that well. And so I was like, it was because I was actually doing it live with Maria. We were doing answering what's. And so
you should go back.
I just started doing other videos.
Okay. Just need to go back to just doing it like a bat, just one at a time. One at a time, yeah.
You know what format would work is with the short form content that people do. You may not ever want to do it, but if it's like that type of video would do good with short form content, especially when you were doing it when you were behind the camera and answering the questions.
Is my note? See, I don't know how popular like just a Lego minifigure is anymore. Just talking, like it doesn't seem as popular anymore. Like people want faces, people want to see. Than just having like sticking your minifigure and then having the camera. It's too like 2014 or 2015, I guess. Yeah. So just trying to move with the times.
Yeah. 2014, 2015, people are, when are you going to do a face reveal?
I know. Show your face. It took me like 2 years to show my face. I was always behind the camera.
I'm trying to think. So when you came to Philly Brickfest,
the first time I came to Philly Brickfest, I hadn't shown my face.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think I came that time. I think it was the next year that I came.
Yeah. I think
like you were able to go anonymous then.
No, some people saw my face already because on my vlog channel, I was showing my face, and I was having the Full of Brick live stream that was on my vlog channel, and I'm not sure how everyone found that channel. Maybe I might have mentioned it in a video, but a lot of people found that channel, and so they saw my face there. So it was just the trolls didn't know my face. It was like people who knew me saw my face.
Yeah. Wow. I'm sorry if I'm changing the subject. It made me think about when Philly, when you did the contest, walking in the brick. So I wasn't there. I wish I could have witnessed that or been there when that happened, because later I remember getting angry because at the time before Brainy Bricks actually got the world record. There was the Dude Perfect did the world record, and they just went like 180 feet, and they were done. And that was the world record for walking on bricks. And I was like, there are people that walked for probably hours. Was it hours or how long was it?
They changed the rules after a few rounds of that because we were going for so long, and so they changed the rules to musical chairs. So I think the very next year they did musical chairs in the fire pit instead of walking around, because it was a long time.
Yeah,
it was basically me and Chris and Beatrice Bricks was I think it was us three. We were the last ones.
But y'all weren't out there for a few minutes.
No, we're. It's almost 2 hours, I guess.
See, that's what I'm saying. The Dude Perfect did a video, and it was like, just it wasn't even that long. the time it took them to walk, and then I'm like, they were saying that was the world record, and I'm like, no, you guys, all three of y'all would have shattered that world record.
But like we were like, I was like shuffling my feet a little bit, and like in there, like I wasn't.
Oh yeah, like where your feet scrape the bottom of the.
Yeah. I was trying to find like ways, but like for the rest of Philly, my feet were gone. Like after that competition, my feet were like all torn up on the bottom. I think some people they were bleeding. I wasn't bleeding though, but I remember some people were bleeding.
There were probably some sanitary problems with this.
Yeah,
I know. Like after that walk, I don't think people were playing with that red bricks anymore. It was like people's feet were in there.
These bricks.
That's why they're so rare.
Oh, we figured it out.
Yeah, I think the next year or they had a green pit of bricks instead of the red bricks because maybe they got rid of those red bricks, but it was green.
But the red hit the blood. They hit it real well.
Hit the blood, yeah. They were giving away nice prizes back in the day too. Because for the fire walk, it was the Parisian restaurant that they gave out, and then I remember playing Family Feud, and they gave out Ewok Village. It was my family versus Bubba Bricks and Kellen's family, and so it was cool. They had like the big Family Feud screen, and then with the X's, and then and so we were able to put. Like they had the lead, but I guess as you go on, it's like double or triple points. So we got the answer at the end, and then so we were able to win that. But yeah, they had some fun games.
Yeah.
Billy Brick. I wish I'd gone to. Yeah.
I heard it's not as popular anymore. That's what people are telling me. Because the last one I went to was in 2017.
Yeah. I've worked for several companies that went bankrupt or went out of business, and then I've gone the closest convention to me until this Atlanta BrickCon came was Brick Fair, Alabama. Now they're gone. Todd's closed
they're
that,
gone.
And I went to Philly Brick Fest, and now you're saying it's not doing as well. It's like wherever I go, things die. I'm sorry.
Did you go to the Atlanta BrickCon?
No.
Okay.
Maybe that's why
it'll live another year.
People are like,
Better this year because I wasn't there. I was so we already had long before I even knew about this Atlanta BrickCon coming. We already had arrangements for that weekend, so I was so upset because there were so many people. Julian and a lot of other people came, and I was like, I want to go see I don't care about the show. I want to go see the people.
Right. It just happened, right? It
was in early first part of February.
Okay. I missed out on. I mean, me and Heather probably could have made arrangements to go. I mean, it's not that far. I just didn't. I didn't know. I missed out on the announcement. Probably because I didn't watch Julian's live stream as much as I should. Everybody, go check out Julian.
Who's Julian?
Who Julian? Bricksmith. Bricksmith.
Woo! Formerly known as Bricksmith 78.
Yes.
He got rid of them.
Still officially. That's yeah.
So in coming back, you had that little hiatus, the Pokemon hiatus.
The Pokemon hiatus.
So did you catch them all?
No, I'm still playing.
Oh wow.
I'm still catching them. It's just not as hardcore as before.
Yeah. So when you come back and like you start posting videos again. Did you see some of the people come back? Like when you,
no one was back.
Yeah.
No one's commenting anymore. Like before, like I had all these people commenting, maybe like 1 or 2 comments, not every video, just 1 or 2 comments once in a while. And so that's what I noticed when I came back. And some people say it's like starting from scratch again, because it was a good 3 years that I was away. And even when I stopped, videos were still kind of going up because I had schedules a whole bunch ahead of time. So I guess not a lot of people knew I was gone. But then when you see like a lot of the comments on like the few last videos, it's like, where are you, Brick Adjuster? What happened to you? Where are you? You get those. But I think those are all like T-falls, because like I don't know if an A-fall is going to say that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I think a lot of maybe my commenters before were maybe T-falls who are now maybe not on YouTube anymore or into Lego anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And because I think a lot of people who were commenting before were younger, because I'd always get like the first, second.
Yeah.
I'd always write down first to say first. And I don't get that anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't get the haters too. I used to get like you post a video and all of a sudden 7 dislikes right away. And
wow.
I don't get those anymore. So but then dislikes are good for your channel. So
right.
I don't get those anymore too.
I get them on my shorts. We always get at least 1 dislike on every podcast episode.
It's one person who's
like probably just keep watching a dislike, and that's fine. We like it. It's a view and it's a dislike. It's engagement.
Yeah, so I think that was the most it was something early in the early days of YouTube for me personally, that once I realized that it didn't really matter as far as like it actually helped your channel. Right. And then because you start looking at, when you care about analytics and you're looking at it, you're like, oh, the videos that get more dislikes actually do better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you don't want to do one that's just a dislike because it's a crappy video.
Right.
But
I think on shorts, it is more of a thumbs up, thumbs down, because that's kind of how I use the thumbs up, thumbs down. If something comes up and it's not anything I'm interested in, I thumbs it down, because it seems like the shorts, you don't get recommended things that you thumb down as much, right? Oh. So if I get some kind of, whatever, somebody doing something stupid, and it's like, okay, I don't want to see that or them again. It seems like
the shuffle dance.
Yeah, exactly right. And then I constantly try to up thumb the Lego stuff, the content that I'm, even if it's not a great video, I try to up to see if I get more of that kind of stuff.
I don't understand with the short form videos why it's actually better for engagement, or better for what is it? What do they call it when they show your video to other people that's not subscribed to you?
Impression.
Yeah, it's like if you do the like replaying of popular sounds or things like, so they want you, like Instagram and TikTok, they want you to use whatever's trending, and they don't want original content. They want you to repurpose somebody else's content and have your face on it. Like, it's like, it makes no sense to me.
Well, it's because they want the impression, the Instagram and stuff, even because they're, no matter what, they're the ones that are controlling and selling the ads and the revenue money. So the more you get views, that's the more views they've got. So they want you to stay on the platform. If you're on Instagram, TikTok.
But if I just watch something, I don't want to watch somebody else redoing it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I want to see something original.
One thing I noticed when I came back was all these Super Mario shorts, and then they had like a million views, and like over 1 million views, all these like Super Mario shorts. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, because that's what Cy O'Connor, I remember when he first started, I was like, wow, he's got like millions and millions of views already.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about shorts.
But then people were telling me like they were like from those popular shorts, you get a lot of subscribers, but then not necessarily that would transfer over to your regular
Joey
video.
froze. Joey froze.
Joey's shocked at that revelation.
He's so shocked. He's shocked at that. But
Yeah, I do agree with what you're saying, Nick. That's
you know what I'm talking about? Oh,
yeah,
he dropped out.
He's going to have to reboot. Well, it wouldn't be a A.F.o.O.L Podcast if we didn't have technical difficulties.
Yeah.
This is like the original train wreck live streams on Saturday. Saturday train wrecks.
Yeah. Were you ever in one of the my memory gets worse as I get older, but so you know how they had the different like tube lug and other what were the
BrickTubers? BrickTubers.
BrickTubers, that's it. Yeah.
I was like on the what would you call it? Like the leadership team of BrickTubers, because I was in charge of sending out stuff to the Canadian people who wanted stuff in Canada. But then every time we'd kind of have like a hangout meeting, my internet would go out. And so
yeah.
But you know what? Today the technician came to the house because we're like, the internet's always going out. And so the technician comes to the house and he said that we had 3 or 4 splitters all set up everywhere that were taking out all that's why our signal's been low. So we'll see if my signal today is better than normal.
So you removed some of the splitters?
Yeah, because I guess he was saying the old cable company, the same cable company, but I guess a few years ago when they installed everything, it was like outdated equipment. And so they were using a lot of splitters everywhere. And so he came in and he got rid of all the splitters and he says, okay, now your internet should be what you're paying for. Like it should be strong. Because we're paying for a strong internet, but like our signal's like weak. Like when I do the run test, the upload and download would be like super low, even though we're like paying for.
So does Maria fuss at you?
What does she what?
Does Maria fuss at you? Because my wife will be watching something in the living room, like streaming something, and it'll glitch or it'll spin, and she'll be like, "Our internet sucks." It's like it's my fault.
I'd be fussy. I'd be fussing at her. I'd be like, get the kids off the internet. Every time we do a live stream, I make sure like the boys aren't on the internet to make sure like it doesn't glitch out. But then it always glitches out.
Oh, I hope we're not making them mad because we're streaming.
Even now, yeah.
So you got in the notes the new Disney CMS leak. Are you still getting all the CMS, Nick?
I am, but now lately I've just been getting them on Bricklink rather than going to the stores and feeling them out.
Are you getting
the whole? I guess I'm getting the whole set, yeah, and then I'll get multiples of like some of the things I want to army. So like the latest one, I got multiples of the popcorn guy.
Go ahead.
And you got them all off BrickSet. You don't even buy them in the store anymore. Oh, for Bricklink, I mean.
Bricklink, yeah. Like because I would feel them at Toys R Us, but lately when I've been going to Toys R Us on days that I want to feel, I can't find any there. And so I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna get a Bricklink. Because when I did find it at Toys R Us, then I'd feel it. And then I'd get a whole bunch. And another thing that sucks at Toys R Us too is they only let you buy 10 at a time. And so if a series has like 18, I'm like, what? Okay, what's the point of that? Yeah. I was even like arguing with the cashier, and she's like, no, that's our rule. Okay, fine.
I was never big into feeling the packages anyway. I just didn't. I don't know. It seemed.
I'm not embarrassed anymore. I'm not embarrassed.
Well,
I was at the beginning.
Well, it's funny. I don't fill the packs either, but I'm sorry to relate something that's not related to Lego, but the Thomas the Tank Engine blind bags, those fortunately they have numbers on them. And so, but I'm still sitting there sorting. I'm in the toddler aisle sorting these packs to make sure I get at least one different one. I just want to make sure I don't buy 2 of the same number. Yeah.
Wow.
I wish Lego did that.
I know that Creo G.I. Joe blind packs had numbers on them.
Yeah.
Because I remember I got those Creo G.I. Joes.
I wonder if when the CMFs come in the little boxes, if they're going to have them.
I don't know. It'd be interesting.
I think they said in September the Marvel ones are going to be in boxes.
September.
So I think the Disney ones are still going to be in bags. The ones coming out.
They tried the boxes with a theme that nobody or few people wanted, and now they're going to try it with one that they think a lot of people will want.
Yep. We'll see. Well, I think they're going. I mean, they're committed to the boxes, so I don't think it matters what we think. So
yeah,
they're coming either way.
I mean, those Mario's been in there too.
I used to just get the big, like the whole pack.
Yeah.
And then feel them, and then just return the ones that I didn't want.
That's probably why they limit you to 10. You created the problem. That's why it's a limit of 10.
What? Even though everyone didn't do that?
No.
I'm just jealous that you still have a Toys R Us.
Yeah.
We still get our Bricktober stuff.
Yeah, Toys R Us. Some of those are so cool.
Yeah, I guess this year was like the amusement park rides. But then they came out with them on the VIP thing anyways. You just didn't get the cool box.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Well, you guys like the boxes though, right?
Yeah, I like the boxes. Especially I like the other amusement park rides they did, like the micro roller coaster and carousel.
Yes,
and stuff.
Yeah.
Those had cool boxes. I think I'm still missing one of them.
So
it's a long question in here, Joey.
Well, it's a long question. We don't need to read it, but it's Nick's not a trained person, but and if anybody can pronounce that guy's name, I'm not going to try. I'll mess it up. But it's basically what is he wants to do a layout in the future, and he wants to know, is it power functions, powered up, 9-volt, or something in the future is the best choice for setting up a train layout.
Well, I have a quick question. So I was listening to the Hoosier podcast, and he was mentioning that on one of the shows he had to keep switching out his batteries because it was the old system. But now with the new powered up system, he doesn't have to do that anymore. So what's special about the new? Like, what's different now?
It's Bluetooth.
Because I have the old remote control. That's how I made my amusement park thing move.
I guess the infrared uses more power than the Bluetooth.
I mean, my question is not how it works, but so by buying these new powered up, am I saving batteries now? Is it more advantageous to get this new system?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, are the motors more efficient? Because Hoosier would be talking about the train motors themselves. So I know that they are when you push them, they're a lot freer. They're almost like like there's no resistance. I don't know. Maybe the motors are.
Maybe I noticed. Maybe the battery life is longer on the Bluetooth.
They don't have the same motors because I went to Lego because I wanted to get a motor for the loop coaster because I just got that loop coaster.
Right.
And so I was trying to find the motors that I had before, and it said like retired.
Yeah.
And they only had like a couple motors on Lego.com, so I just got that. And so are these like the new fancy motors that they have now?
Yeah, and and thinking of that though, there is one less component involved. The infrared receiver isn't in there, so I wonder if that was a big battery drain, because the motors plug right into the battery pack or the hub, and the hub has the Bluetooth built into it. So you don't have that third piece, that receiver. Maybe that was a bigger drain. I've never done a test like that. That's an interesting. But Hoosier would know. They run a lot of trains. They go a lot of shows.
They take them shows and also
right.
So the one thing with Lego trains is they've kept the width of the tracks the same. The curves are exactly the same since 1966. They've gone through. I'd have to really think about how many different motors and power sources they've used. They've used blue motors with blue battery packs, black motors with black battery packs. They've used electric rails that are in the center. They've used the 9-volt with the rail, which I think the 9-volt is the best as far as ease of use and not worrying about batteries.
Right.
But then you're limited by, you have to have the rails, which are super expensive now. And then it's probably always going to be power function. I don't see Lego changing in the future to some other type of rail system.
No, I don't. Yeah. They're not going to go back to electric. It's going to stay with.
So if somebody like Arjun here is going to start in the future, build the train system, but he wants to start collecting the stuff now, it's like, I would just wait to see, because if you buy a bunch of stuff that's currently available now, like to power it, like the motors and the battery packs, they won't even be in stores later, but then the apps still work, or I would just wait.
I would wait. I agree. I go with the newest thing, whatever the newest thing is at the time. That's the thing. But it looks like Lego has kind of settled. The battery pack is the same footprint, same dot pattern, whatever you will call it. The motor has now, we've gone 3 generations on this motor style, 9-volt power function and powered up. It's stayed the same. The battery connector is different, but you still have the same. You can interchange those motors still. Sometimes it's hard getting the wires into a 9-volt train to make it battery powered, but it's pretty easy to throw a 9-volt battery into a battery, or 9-volt motor into a battery train. But in the future, I would say they're going to stay pretty close to that same form factor. Pretty close.
So the Blue Track era, that was about 14 years. The Gray Track era was about 11 years. 9-volt was 15 years, maybe 16. And so now we are now in the longest running power function / RC track, 17 years of that, or 16, 17, something like that. Yeah, it's probably here to stay.
That means it's about to switch then.
Yeah, well, what can they do?
If you're going by that pattern.
Yeah.
Right.
They can just change the color.
Yeah.
Try to put brown, like brown cross tile.
I hope not. So I'm switching on my inner rail, or my inner loop on the city, to the FX 104R.
Oh, that's good. That's going to be a wallet breaker.
Why?
So I can have a 9-volt option on the city.
Yeah. The thing is, even if, let's say, like with 9-volt, if the motors burn out, that could be a problem. But you can always, if you have the powered rails, the 9-volt rails, or the FX compatible ones, you can always use those rails to still power your, with some modifications, you can still power your power functions.
Yeah, you can, yeah. The Holy Grail would be a DCC like system, right, where you're using the rails to power a remote control of some kind, right?
Yeah.
And the powered up would be good because it's got the smallest footprint.
Yeah.
Or
you could just keep them on display.
Or you could keep them on display like Nick.
Not even run them. That's what I do.
Yeah, you don't. I'm gonna lose my voice.
I have the world record for most track with no train layout.
No layout.
The latest train I built was the new one, the winter. No, I guess it's not that new.
Yeah, that's not new.
The winter village. Well, there was a tram. There was a tram that came in the new one.
Oh yeah.
So with my youngest, I laid a circle track out, and I had him push it. Like pushed it, and he's like, "Oh, that's cool." I'm like, "Yeah, you should see it motorized."
Yeah.
No.
So what is this sandwich shop?
So
I missed that.
Well, that's the poly bag, right?
No, it might have been. Where'd it go?
It was a gift with purchase. It's not here, right?
It
it's a box.
It was in Europe only.
Oh, that's a European no set number or no.
How did you get it?
Wait a minute.
It came up on eBay, and I just seen it. It was, I don't remember her. It was like $30 or something. I was like, what is? I don't remember. So I looked up the number, and the number was. Oh, do you need to see the number?
40578.
40578. Yeah, sorry, I could have said it.
What color is that bicycle?
Green.
What? See?
Oh, you collect bicycles?
Jabbo does.
Yeah.
That color that we've already gotten, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't think that was.
But it's a cool little set. I mean, it's more. It's a throwback to vintage sets to me. I see one like that.
She has a cool hairpiece.
She does. It's a kind of a. Let's see. I think she's on the back a little better.
It's like a comb over.
Yeah. But I thought it was kind of a cool little set, and then I picked it. Yeah, it came all. It took forever to get here.
The new gift with purchase that moving truck. I don't know. I'm not so excited. I'm not so excited about it compared to.
Really?
I like it. I like it.
I like the limo. The limo that they had last year. I think I like that one a bit more.
The vintage taxi.
The vintage taxi.
Yeah. I ordered. Oh, I did what I said I was not going to do, Earl. I ordered a parade.
There you go.
I needed something.
Oh, the New Year's parade.
Yeah.
I said I wasn't going to get that, but then
that is a cool set. It is.
I ended up getting it for the purple
helmet.
space helmet.
Yes, but I'm telling you, you're going to build it and you're going to enjoy it.
I'll build it. Yeah.
You're going to enjoy it.
Oh yeah, you got it. You got it too, Mardigrasman. Yeah.
I haven't got it yet.
It's cool how they move.
Exactly. I didn't realize that till I built it.
I didn't realize that either. Even how they did the functions for the drummer, like that's an interesting way that they did it, because he would drum it like this. So the way that they did the gears was kind of
that's
unique.
what I told Joey. He's building a train car where he wants to do like this, Pop and a robber to do this, and there's a mechanic
kind of like the bunny.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He could use that. One of the mechanics he could use and just, spread it out. Yeah. And I think he can make it work, turn it into a train car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something I'm going to look at for sure.
Did you just buy something, Jabbo?
I thought about buying a sandwich.
He was looking down, wasn't he?
Thought about buying what?
The sandwich shop. I don't have it.
Oh, a sandwich shop.
Yeah. And that y'all reminded me that I don't have the purple air tanks and helmet.
Are they in bricks and pieces yet? Anybody look like
I don't think they're gonna be.
I gave up looking.
I gave up looking too. Because I can remember there was a set that came out. It was just a little Daredevil set. It was an airplane, a little airplane, and it had a Daredevil in it.
I know, yeah. The one with
like the Marvel. Oh, your Daredevil. Okay, not the
No,
Marvel.
I was thinking about changing my sig fig to that.
Oh.
And I looked on Bricks and Pieces for like 6 months, and it never showed up. So I gave up on that one too. So I think some of those, I don't think they'll ever hit Bricks and Pieces. But now that I own the set, maybe I was missing mine.
I remember that was one of BrickTsar's biggest pet peeves of people who kept changing their sig fig, because they'd have a sig fig and then finally you make their sig fig and then they change their sig fig.
Yeah, I've never changed mine.
I guess people should be allowed to change their clothes.
Yeah, they could change it. I always thought of it as branding. You want to be consistent.
I was tempted a few times to change. But I remember you changed it with losing popularity. I forget that I have them sometimes to use.
Remember when Bart Simpson came out with the short sleeves?
And then you had adaptation.
You had the short sleeve, the muscle shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. And so the one of the things with having that sig fig in a lot of the videos is you can always tell when somebody used your image. Like I've seen other videos, like the commentator channels or people that like to, and I'll say, "Oh, that's my my."
Oh, because
my
on the watermark on the bottom.
Well, it's like no, I'm talking about like it actually be in the with the set. Like there's sometimes people they'll be searching for a set that they want to talk about in their video, and they'll find an image, and it's my image. and they'll use
Because
that
your
image,
sigfig's
but they
beside it.
sometimes I don't even think they realize that figure doesn't belong with the set.
Right.
Oh.
Well, neither did Lego, right?
Lego didn't know it either.
Lego
Yeah.
didn't either.
Oh, did they use one of your pictures?
Yes, if you go,
That's
so
funny.
look at if you can find it now. The corner garage designer
Oh.
video.
Mhm.
He's looking at a vintage Octane set, and he's got this
Mhm.
printout of that image. He's holding it, and it's my picture.
Yep.
It's
That's
my
funny.
from my video.
I forgot
Yeah,
it was that corner garage video. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's yeah.
that made me
Hilarious.
happy. I was like,
Well, didn't they do it? Didn't they do it too? They had that little like a YouTube series or something where there was those 3 kids that were always doing stuff. Didn't they do it in one of those too, in like one of the news segments? I was thinking there was a video or something that they
Well,
had.
there was one that they actually asked me when Lego Access, which they've pretty much killed all their extra channels. They just pretty much killed them all. But Lego Access, where the guy would do the news.
Yes, that's it.
They emailed me and asked for permission to use one of my videos.
Okay.
Did you give them permission?
Yes.
Even though you're not they asked you and you're not in the land?
Yes.
Oh.
And you know what I got paid?
Bupkis.
Nothing. And you know where that video is? It's unlisted.
Oh.
So a week or two ago, Lego, they had all these other channels like FanTube and Lego Access, and around the pandemic, they just stopped producing. Or actually, it was when Kappa happened. They stopped producing on those channels, and now they're just lumping everything into the Lego YouTube channel, which is I wish I could run their social media, because it's like I'm not the best YouTuber, but I know it's not good to just put a whole bunch of crap on one channel, because it makes it impossible. Like if you're subscribed to them, your feed's just going to be all this duplicates of the same video in different languages.
There you go. Yeah, that's that's the biggest problem they have. Yeah.
But yeah, I like that Lego Access. That guy was actually funny. I actually did enjoy his, even though it was a professional person being paid to make videos for Lego, he was funny. And so what it was, Nick, they featured different people's mocks. Well, mine wasn't a mock. It was the alternate build on a vintage Lego set that had a toilet.
The BrickTsar toilet.
And that's what they featured that.
The only thing I can say about that whole series, the Access, was that Lego must not have been producing it, because it was actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Their digital stuff is weak at times. So. All right. Well.
With the brick.
Yeah. Well, they make there's no doubt. It is the best. Yeah.
Like every time they come up with an app, doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Hidden side, video.
Keep watching. You're going to hear a lot about that.
Yeah. I haven't gotten there yet.
No, you haven't got there yet.
Yeah, there's an episode where I talk about I want a desk with nothing on it. And I'm the one they come to ask if this app is a good idea.
Right.
No.
No apps for you, Lego.
So, do you have several kids?
3.
And,
3.
Yeah, so that's more than 2.
More than a couple.
And so kids, I mean, that generation, your kids and my kids, they grew up with technology. And do they still have times where they can they break away from it and do other things like Lego? To me, that's why I don't like the apps. I like Lego for just being the physical product and not the app.
Like my 2 older ones don't play with Lego anymore. Like Big T and Little Buscus.
Yeah.
So Big T, he's in college now.
That's
crazy.
I know.
Yeah, he's in college now.
I was just thinking. So we watched. I can remember watching videos when
I know, right?
When you were pushing Big T around in the stroller.
No,
No, Little
That's
Buskus.
Little Bupkis.
Little Buskus.
No,
No,
the
no,
little
No, wait,
baby
which one's
bricks.
the middle
So
one?
Hayden.
Tristan's the
Hayden.
oldest one.
Hayden.
So
Okay.
what did you call him?
Hayden. Baby bricks.
Baby.
Baby Bricks.
Yeah, he
He's
was
the middle one.
He's the youngest.
No, the middle one. Little Buskus.
Yeah, the middle one wasn't in a stroller, because he was when I started the YouTube channel.
Maybe he was three or four.
The middle one was 3 or 4.
Yeah.
When I started.
Yeah.
But
And now they're not into it now, huh?
No, so Tristan's he's big into drawing. Because he was making all those mocks, bringing it to Philly. He even won like the superhero stuff. So he's big into drawing. He's into he's taking industrial design in college now. So he's making all these weapons. So if you see any bar full of brick, he'll make all these wooden like big. So he used to go to the Lego store, go to the pick a brick wall, and always make these huge big katana swords. So now he's making it with actual wood. These big swords.
Wow.
He built this big Thor hammer. He has like these like nunchucks. So he'll make all these weapons with like scraps that he just finds, and then he'll give them to his friends or his teachers want some. I'm like, you should like go to like Comic-Con or something and like sell these, like, weapons.
Yeah.
So he does that, and then Mason's into like music. He's like really into music now. So making a lot of like DJ beats on his iPad or just playing the piano. So the only one who's into Lego now is the youngest one.
Yeah.
So he's 9 now, but he doesn't build like the other two we're building. So he's not as good. So like he doesn't make mocks, and he'll build a set, but it doesn't take him. He's not as fast as the other two. Like he's a little bit interested, but he's not as interested because his brothers aren't interested in. So he'll come down if he sees me building, and he's like tired of watching YouTube or whatever. So he's like, so he might build. So he built this the other day. So I'm like, okay, I won't stop motion it, and so he just built this. So I'll let him build like the small stuff that I'm not gonna stop motion. So I let him build this. So he's like, all right, okay, you can build this. And I'm gonna build this guy. So I was building like a cool ship, and like he can build this. So. And like they had their little cubbies, which they had like, remember Big T had his Big T base. So that's all gone. So I'm having like, I get to have my stuff on the little cubbies now. So they're not, and I remember too, I organized all these pieces and everything was all like in the bins. And then Tristan would just come out and start making his mocks, and all my organizing would be gone. So at least that's not happening anymore.
Yeah.
So they're not so into the hobby. So I get to hog more of it.
Yeah, I can't. I'm at that stage too where I can't blame my kids for the lack of organization because they're not in the stuff anymore. They're not around. I mean, my son still likes Lego, but he's not around as much to.
Does he still live at home, or is he?
Yes, but he works and he's gone a lot. And yes,
yeah, because I remember him and Tristan were hanging out at the last Philly.
Yeah.
But
so now we get to watch Dakota grow up.
Yes. Yeah. He's already gone through. He's just.
That's your grandson.
That's my grandson. Yeah. Yes, and he's already gone through a couple phases of really into Lego, and then out of Lego, and into iPad.
He already had a dark age.
He really has already had one. 3 years of age is like, I don't want to play Lego anymore. But I think that's a hazard of having when your grandfather has everything, as far as he's concerned, has every Lego there ever was, and at his disposal. Yeah, I can see where he might get kind of bored with it. So,
did your kids build with you as well?
My daughter, no, she did not like Lego as a kid. No, but now they have. They have the flowers. They have her husband. They have some of the cars, the ones you like, the Speed Champions. They have it like as decorations in their house. It's like an Icon's house. You go over there, and they just got.
So they have more than one.
Yeah.
So, they like the Lego that looks like actual.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's displays or models to them. And then I found out the other day because Dakota, we were picking some stuff up in the basement and had a bunch of instructions, and Dakota had brought some sets over from his house because he ran out of room in his bedroom, so he brought some over, and I've just been putting them in tubs. And I said, "Where are the instructions?" He's, "Oh, Dad gets rid of the instructions after we build them." I was like, "What?"
That's like me now.
I'm gonna
It's online.
okay, me and your dad's gonna have to have a talk.
Wait, Nick, do you throw your instructions away?
Yeah.
If
I
you like
collected
this
them
thing
for
with-
maybe the first 2 or 3 years. I had them like in a filing cabinet, but then I'm like, these are
I need
online.
this
I'm not
one.
going.
I need this. I
I'm-
need to
I'm
get a
never gonna-
donation service. If people would like to donate your instructions to me, I'd be happy to take. Do you know that I paid?
I heard the story about the $100 box that they didn't want to send. Like you ordered something on, I think this was probably episode 7 or something. If it was 6 or 7, you ordered something on Bricklink, and all you wanted was the box, but they didn't want to send you the box because they said it'd be like $60-$70 to ship you the box, and you're like, it's not going to be like $60-$70 to ship the box. Just send me the box, and you don't have to send me the Lego.
That was that Duplo set, I think.
Castle, wasn't
The
it?
Duplo set. You remember that
Duplo
story?
Castle?
It was a while.
Oh
ago.
yeah.
Or was
Mardigrasman
something
that
else?
story.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was. That's what it was. It was somebody else in Florida got it for you.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
still do not know who. Somebody actually, the thing showed up at my house. Somebody bought it for me.
Like I was keeping like the supercar boxes for a little bit, but then I just ended up getting rid of them too because
Well, the
they
thing
look
is-
nice. But then I was like, what am I
The
going to
thing
do?
is your collection is that's the way you collect. You buy it, you build it, you display it. You don't plan on taking it apart and rebuilding it.
And I'm not gonna sell it too.
Yeah, you don't plan on
Yeah,
selling
yeah.
it. So
It's funny that I collect different things in different ways. Like, I don't know what it is with Lego. I have to keep one of every box, and I keep mine. I don't throw any instruction manuals away. I either keep them or sell them. But the other hobbies I have is like boxes are gone. Like with most of the train stuff, I get rid of the box. It's just a few of vintage things that I collect for the box. There are a few things I still collect, but it's like when I'm opening Thomas the Tank Engine stuff, it's like box is gone.
Right.
We now actually bring the boxes to the local recycling place because before I used to like take one big box and have it inside out, so just the cardboard would show, and then I'd stuff all the boxes in, just so like our neighbors wouldn't see me like throwing all these like boxes. So now we'll load like a whole bunch of boxes into the van and then bring them to like the dump or like the recycling place and then unload them there.
I do the same thing, and I'm always wanting somebody to comment on it, but nobody has ever said anything.
You know what I do when I part stuff out? I'll just throw the boxes away in the garbage can.
Yeah.
And not in a trash bag. And I always wonder, like
Oh,
every other week when the garbage man's dumping the trash, if he's like, what is this guy doing?
oh, this guy.
This guy, yeah.
Because usually I wait till I have before I take them to the dump. I usually have like dozens of boxes, empty boxes, and
Yeah, because you guys would have even more boxes than me with all these parting out sets, right?
Yeah.
And plus,
Yeah,
if they're like little sets, those are annoying because they always like slip out, like all these small
Those I
ones.
just smash.
That's what I do. I put them, I stack
smash 'em.
them, then I step on them, and then I squash them and carry them out to the garbage can. I don't even put them in the
Plus
trash.
all the instruction manuals of all those things you're parting out too. There's a
well,
lot
those
of
go in the Bricklink store, which that causes another.
Oh yeah, I guess you can sell that too.
Yeah. But it's just that there's certain things you kind of know won't really be worth a lot because they were mass produced, like
Right.
a lot of small Lego sets. But there's those architecture sets,
Right.
and the modulars, and so the kind of stuff you like to collect are the type those instruction manuals, even though there's so much digital, that they have value.
I was holding on to the architecture instruction manuals for a while until until like there was a little bit of a flood and they all got wet.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good reason to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Because they were different from the other ones, and because they were black.
Yeah.
So I had them, and I had them like underneath the shelves, and so they were kind of on the floor. But then they got wet, and then I just got rid of them.
I've had that happen.
So you're talking about hiding your boxes in your trash. Your all your collection, is that like a basement or go where your collection is, Nick? Is that a basement or is that just a room?
Like where I am right now?
Right.
This is the basement.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So when people come over, you don't allow them to go in the basement.
No, I do, but nobody asks to go down because nobody's like, "Oh, let me go to your basement," and I don't. So I was telling, I don't know what podcast or whatever, but I could probably count on one hand how many people have seen this Lego room in person.
Yeah,
like maintenance people have who come down to like check on stuff. They're like, "Whoa, what is all this?" Like the cable guy who came down today was like, "Oh, what's this?" But yeah, like not a lot of people have seen the Lego room, and if they have, they're not big into Lego. So it'd be cool to have like someone who's into Lego kind of see the Lego, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And like I'd also want to go to someone's house that has Lego and like check out their how they like display things or how they have things set up. You know?
Or how they don't. They just have boxes inside of boxes. That's what we do.
Yeah, we're just a moving company. I move stuff from one part of the house to the other part of the house.
But you have a big space, right? Joseph,
Kind
with,
of. I mean, it's
that you can store a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think Jabo's problem is he has so many different collections.
It's not just Lego.
Yeah, he's got Lego. He's got trains. He's got
comic books.
Wow.
I've started collecting these. I have a lot of these now. These
hockey jerseys?
No, like geeky jerseys. They're called geeky jerseys.
Geeky jerseys.
And so I always wear them on the Full of Brick live stream.
Yep.
But we probably have close to, between Maria and myself, almost 50 now.
Okay.
Wow.
Just
of that type of jersey. Just
so like there's like a He-Man one, and we have like G.I. Joe and a bunch of different Star Wars ones. And
they have SpongeBob.
They have a SpongeBob one, but I didn't buy it. It was like pink. It was like pinkish. I guess it was his color.
It's probably
Patrick.
Like if you go to geekyjerseys.com, you'll see what they have, but they always like rotate through, and so
they the stock doesn't stay long. They sell out.
Yeah, like this one was out of stock when I first started getting geeky jerseys, and then it came back, and so I got it, and then I think like a couple days later it was out of stock again.
Okay.
And so a lot of them go out of stock quick. Like they always have like those Kevin Smith those Kevin Smith type jerseys.
Yeah.
Fat Man.
Yeah, and also what's the store? The Quick Stop. I mean, I think that was on recently, but then it just sold out really quick. But yeah, I saw Fick and Bricks had this jersey, and so I was asking him, "Where'd you get that jersey?" And then he told me about the website, and then he's like, "Don't go on the website; you're gonna get hooked." And I got hooked. And so in my closet, I figured out how to get more closet space by putting, because Maria and I we wear the jerseys on our show, and so I have like a rotation. So I figured out if I put her jersey inside mine, I can have it on one hanger, and so that saves more closet space.
Yeah.
So it's like the whole Lego. How am I gonna maximize my space? So like, how am I gonna maximize these like geeky jerseys now?
Shirts take, and those look like large shirts. So they're not like a t-shirt. They're more.
Yeah, they're good material. They're
like
thin.
A hockey jersey. It looks like
it's basically a hockey jersey.
Yeah.
Like a lot of them have even the strings. This one doesn't have the strings though, but I like the ones that have the strings.
Yeah, it's they take up more space than you think.
Yeah,
t-shirts and shirts and things.
I remember you used to do like I don't know if you're still doing it, but you had like a different t-shirt every episode.
Yes.
That
And
was
that's the goal is hopefully I'll have time, but 2024, that's a leap year. I want to do it again. And this time
that means you have a lot of t-shirts.
Yes. I actually
he did cheat a couple days.
I cheated. I accidentally wore the same shirt twice and it ruined my 365 days.
So what was your system? How did you know that you're gonna
if
have
I wore
this,
it, I put it in a box.
Okay.
So I had a box, and then when I got done with January, there were 31 shirts in there, and I sealed the box up. That way I wouldn't wear the shirt again. And I got through to like April or May, and then I started getting sloppy. I wasn't putting them away fast enough, and then I forgot what happened. But I realized at the end of the year that there was a shirt that I had wore twice on two different videos that were not on the same day. But there were a couple of times I had 2 videos in a day, so I might be wearing that same shirt again. But it was each day I would wear a different shirt.
My favorite.
I know when I
one
would
was
do
the
videos.
high school jersey.
The high school jersey.
Yeah.
I wore my junior. It's a medium. It literally is a medium.
Was it a medium or a was it a medium?
Well, it's a medium that probably it's shrunk since 1985. So I put it on and it almost killed me because I felt like I was suffocating. I do not know how I even got that on.
I know sometimes when I do videos with the boys, like I have like say 7 different haul videos planned, I'll grab 7 shirts and I'll get them to grab 7 shirts, and so we'd switch or costume change, we switch shirts, and then we do a video, and then we switch shirts again, and we do another video, and then batch them up like that.
That's what I did. I would film like 5 or 6 videos in a day and switch the shirts and then schedule.
Because you have to do that if you have the time, and then just do that. It's very efficient that way. Especially if you don't have time later on.
I don't have time ever.
Time's a premium. It's like space, right? It's a premium.
Time and space.
Time and space. Yes. Yep.
Double meaning.
So, what do we think about the new Marvel sets? Anybody gonna be rushing out to get those?
Which ones are those?
They're gonna be the Galaxy Volume 3. They just kind of previewed them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, when this comes out, like 3 weeks ago, yeah.
I saw pictures. I like the minifigures, how they all have the same torso. But then is that just the same? It's not unique to that minifigure, I guess. I'm talking about the Guardians of the Galaxy. They all have those different torsos now, and they're all unique. So am I gonna buy these sets just for those, just to get the torso, just because I want the torso of those minifigures now?
Yeah,
but I probably will.
I
probably will. I don't know if I'll keep the ship build, unless I watch the movie and I think that ship is cool, because it looks kind of weird looking. Like
it does. It does.
It's like, is that like a Dyson she was saying? It looks like
We'll have to wait and see the movie to see what it's going on. Yeah, it's a very strange build. Very strange build.
And then we got a spoiler with the Rocket Raccoon set. Is there like a baby Rocket Raccoon?
Baby Rocket, yeah.
Is that a spoiler for the movie? So I don't know if they should have showed us that.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
I didn't see any baby Rocket in the trailer.
No.
No.
And there have been times when there were movie spoilers from sets, whether it be a Star Wars set or a Marvel set or something.
Yep.
I would say DC, but nobody watches their movies.
That's what I was about to say. What about Flash? I'd be more happy to get a Michael Keaton Batman.
Oh yeah, did you see that trailer? That surprised me when I saw Michael Keaton there.
Yeah. Well, I had heard he was going to be in it for over a year, but then I thought they scrapped the whole deal.
Yeah, I think they're kind of killing that universe,
right? Because James Gunn is starting it anew.
Yeah, James Gunn.
But
the Snyderverse. I kind of like that new Ant-Man constructible figure, like the giant man,
the big one. Yeah,
just because I think it looks better than that blocky one. Yeah, because he actually looks like a giant man. So I might get that and just replace my other. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like mechs, but that literally was something I bought to get to the $180 threshold for
The movie
Which
Man.
one?
the Ant-Man Giant Man one.
Oh, you can already buy that?
It's pre-order. It's pre-order.
Oh, okay.
So I needed to get to the 180 threshold, and I was like, I was
For the
struggling.
moving truck?
Did I get what?
Was it for the moving truck?
Yeah, the moving truck. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I placed my.
Yeah, I might. Oh, go ahead.
Dynamite, huh?
No. I was gonna say I might get that BTS set.
Oh my goodness!
Oh no!
I might get the BTS set.
I
want the minifigures.
See, I don't want the minifigures. I mean, I don't. The
it's
set
cool
doesn't look.
building.
Yeah, the building looks cool. But it actually looks like a pretty decent value. It doesn't. It doesn't look like it's $150.
I was thinking about putting it with my with my Spice Girls and having my Beatles in there too. So having a whole cube of like musical groups,
right?
With the BTS. But I might modify the build though, just kind of tile it up because it looks a little studdy on some parts. So I might smooth it out a little. But I think that might sell out because there's a lot of BTS fans out there.
Yeah.
Like we're all oldies, but all the young people are going to want that who aren't even Lego fans.
Right. Yeah.
It's like back in the day, like the New Kids on the Block or NSYNC or Backstreet Boys, like all those things were popular. And so this is like the new version of that. And it's current. It's not like Spice Girls where people like this is like current. People are still into it.
Yeah.
I do like that they try to do different things. They've done the old school, the Elvis and the Beatles,
Rolling Stones.
Although I didn't like that tongue.
But I got it.
You got it.
It's there. It's on the wall. It looks like a big sticker. It looks like a sticker on the wall.
But I'm glad they tried different things. Like I couldn't name a single Spice Girl song or a single BTS. I wouldn't even know the sound if I heard it. But
I'm with you.
I know it's popular. I've heard of it. Although I do like to comment on people's videos. What's BTS?
I know it sounds like one of those like symptoms that you might have. Or is that IBS?
Yeah.
Does it stand for something?
You're gonna get a lot of thumbs down. What is it? BTS? I don't know if it stands.
We're gonna get a lot of thumbs down for dissing on BTS.
It's one of those symptoms, when they did have a medicine commercial at the end. If you have this, consult your doctor. It's stuck in there.
It's one of
side effects include aching ears and death. I'm so sorry.
I think I'll just stick with the itchy, watery eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that comes out March 1st. So I'm thinking about getting that, and also the Brickhead, like the Wally and Eve Brickhead.
Yeah,
that actually looks pretty cool. That one.
Do you have all the Brickheads?
The other ones. I don't have like the animal Brickheads or. Like I have like the
pop culture ones more.
The pop culture ones,
yeah.
So I don't have the animal ones. I don't have like the there's like other ones that aren't pop culture that I don't have. I can't name them off the top of my head, but I know there's other ones that didn't really interest me. But
like the seasonal ones.
So you're pretty good because you're a good collector because you're not a completist. You collect what you like. If you don't like it,
I'll complete stuff that people don't want to. So like for example, I have like a garbage pail army that I'm collecting, all these like green garbage. So I have them all displayed as like an army, these garbage pails. And it's and I have like a Unikitty army over there. So like it's like all displayed of Unikitties. And so all these different types of armies. So
I love your styled armies. That's pretty cool.
I have like a framed on the wall there, like a framed food armies. See those little frames above Luigi's head?
Yeah.
Those are like
he's pointing at them.
Pizza, corn. Then they're underneath there's hot dogs and bananas. So it's like an army
Yeah.
of
You got a
things.
lot of wall space right next to them. Need some more shelves.
I know. Well, underneath I have 3 more rows that I can get in there. So I collect like weird things like that.
Yeah.
And
I actually like that's the CMFs I like are all the ones in the suits.
What was it with
Yeah.
the hot dog guy? That one just seemed like to be one that everybody liked to collect.
Maybe because it was easy to feel for.
Yeah.
A lot of them are easy to feel for.
Yeah. Like the bananas are easy to feel for.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of bananas.
I remember the first person who kind of got me thinking about like those armies was A.F.o.O.L Man. I think he was collecting the pink pigs. No, it was the pigs.
Oh, it was the pigs?
He had like these pink pigs, and I'm like, oh,
okay.
that's cool. And he had them like displayed like in a row, and it was all like together. I'm like, oh, okay.
I know what it was with A.F.o.O.L Man with the chicken. He'd used that chicken suit guy, and people thought that was his sig fig.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It was
He didn't like that.
And
no,
then
it was a Superman.
the old man Superman.
Old man Superman.
Oh, okay. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
The chicken suit was me.
Yeah,
okay.
That was his.
I'm so confused.
The chicken suit was Brick Adjuster's what?
That's right. Okay.
But A.F.o.O.L Man had 2 sig figs. He had the Superman, the old man Superman.
Old man Superman. Yeah.
And then he had his regular one in like a business suit.
I may not remember things correctly, but everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, we've hit about an hour and a half here.
All right, let me go through some comments real fast.
Allegedly
fast.
Tony Montana, he says this is his favorite YouTube show is back. I didn't think we went anywhere.
Well,
thank you, Tony.
It's every 2 weeks, right? But then
every 2 weeks.
I saw one was January 1st. That was like 60. What today's 68? That was like 60 something. And then the one after that was January something. But then was there a gap? Or maybe you didn't post it on BeanPod yet.
Oh, there might be some gaps on Podbean, Beanbot, whatever it is.
Podbean. I keep saying it wrong.
Speaking of that, we are now on, because I don't think I've told this yet. We are now going to be on Anchor, which is Spotify, which is Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. Links should be in the description of this podcast.
Oh, so you did the Anchor thing.
I did the Anchor. I took your advice.
I did the Anchor thing.
Okay. Well, I am now
easy.
going. Yeah, I'm in the process of putting all of them over on there, and let's see. I think I go back to like 30 episodes, but I lost a hard drive, so I don't have the originals. So I don't know. They're all on. They're on Podbean, so I can get them downloaded there, or I could do the video files off of YouTube. And
could you record, like screen record?
I could, or I could download the video off of YouTube because I can.
His
video quality,
he can download it.
Yeah,
but it won't be the same quality.
Yeah,
but then I could just strip the audio out and upload it into Spotify. So
yeah.
I think
Spotify has video too. You can do video on Spotify.
Yeah,
that's what we found out by accident.
Yeah,
I uploaded some like a year or so ago, long time ago, and then I finally got the free version, not the free version, the paid version. My son has Spotify that he pays for, and he added me, and I was like, my podcast popped up, and I played it just to hear what I was talking about, and I was like, it's playing the video. I didn't even know I had uploaded as a video.
So I pay for it. I added my wife. So she'll be taking a shower. I'll be in here listening to it. She'll go take a shower and turn it on in there, and it like turns me off because I only pay for. We have 2 accounts, but I don't pay the.
I heard about that was on one of your podcasts too, where you're something about your headphones turn off when your wife uses it, and you're talking about that in one of the podcasts.
Yeah,
you had that issue.
So did you upload some of yours as video form or just audio only, Nick?
Oh, mine is only audio. So
Okay.
I just whenever I'm done a live stream, I just download the audio only part, and then I just upload it to Anchor, and Anchor shoots it to Spotify and Apple TV.
Yep.
Or an Apple Podcast.
Apple Podcast. Yep.
So.
Yes.
Kai Lehman says, I always thought of the old pink as being too pale, but a little bit I can relate to stopping the collection with such a change. My childhood Lego train was 12 volt, and I never got a single set from the 9 volt era back then, even if it was still compatible like a car. I always think of that pink as Pepto-Bismol pink.
Yeah.
It is.
He also says, I think as long as Lego doesn't forget the casual buyers, these used sets are not that of a risk. This was what killed the model railroad in Germany as a mainstream hobby. But there for sure will be a few rich buy everything collectors who may quit completely because of this. Huh. So I guess in Germany, the model railroad priced itself out of the hobby.
I'm not 100% sure what he's talking about.
I'm not either.
That's what it
But
sounds like.
model trains are expensive.
No matter what. Yeah.
Yeah, that's even here.
Yeah. I thought it was still a pretty big deal in Europe, model railroading.
Yeah.
Duju says, good one like always. He says, Earl, I think I got a homework pass for this one. Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Well, you got homework again, Duju.
Yep.
Do we even remember what the homework question was?
Yeah.
I think I forgot.
It was how many shirts or how many times did James wear that shirt in his videos? He wears
No, I mean
this video.
Oh, this video. Oh,
I forget.
Wait.
I forget what we asked the audience.
Jabbo's laughing because he forgot.
I don't remember it either. That was like over an hour ago. How are we supposed to remember that?
Remember, Earl? What did
I'm
you
going to
say?
have to watch this podcast again to know what we talked about.
I don't even remember.
You know, that's the worst thing because I never name these until it's. Oh, I like it when we have guests because then it'll be Brickchester will be the title. Yeah,
it'll be easy.
We need Nick to hold up an obscure Lego set.
Do you have an obscure Lego set, Nick?
So we can put that for the thumbnail.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Don't cover your face. Don't cover your face. You got it. There you go. There you go. There. Thumbnail.
Can you guys even name this set? I don't even know if you guys can name this set.
Is it one of the Buzz Lightyear sets?
No. Can you name the theme?
Did it come out of an advent calendar?
No.
I don't know what it is. No.
Can you even name the theme by the colors? You should be able to know the theme from the colors.
Monkey Kid?
It's Monkey Kid.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Where's the package?
I got it from the colors, but
Monkey Kid.
It looks like an advent calendar.
It also comes with these for the minifigures.
Oh,
and then this was the other build.
Okay.
I don't know where the box is though.
You probably threw it away already.
It's one of those. It's not a box actually. It's like one of those.
Oh, I know. It's like one of those little character packs.
It's like a card. Pack. Yeah, it's like a cardboard thing, and then there's like a plastic on the inside.
Jabbo Hosco. So Mayo says, "Give me an F grade for Earl's homework assignment." Great to put a face to the James names. As a mock builder who likes piecing together sets, I've never expect what I piece together to be due to cheaper alternative pieces. I don't know about the other levels, but as a BBI member of BrickTsar, I like the emojis, early access, no ads, and end credits for the price.
Yep.
No ads.
Mayo's been around.
No ads for free.
Mayo has been around for a while.
Yeah.
Mayo's been around so long he had to create another account just to comment.
So he created his original account was a Google Plus account.
Yeah. Okay.
And something happened.
I remember.
It's like we've tried. He can't. I can't reply to any comment he leaves on his original channel or his username. The Mayo Hosco one is like when I can't reply. It disappears on my own channel. It disappears.
Someone was blocked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's not blocked, and I'm not. He says I'm not. Maybe I'm blocked.
He created a channel that's the name of his was Mayo Hosco for commenting on Diablo chat.
I can reply to that one.
That's funny.
Gears and Bricks. Hey, great Bricklink and YouTube video tutorial. No, really, I learned so much from y'all each time I watch the A F.o.O.L Podcast. I watch it in sections, but since I'm logged in, I wonder if it counts as a single view. Also, I tried the theme shirt for about 3 episodes of my channel, but decided to do something different. I often wear a construction hat that is covered in unused Lego stickers. James, I hope you can complete your Emerald Knight soon. It's a beautiful steam train. Great podcast. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I thought he was gonna say I tried something different after 3 episodes. I just stopped wearing a shirt.
Oh no.
off now.
Dan Dugdale. I don't need to have the invoice, but do appreciate when the seller includes the Bricklink order number, as I tend to place several orders at the same time, often for the same parts. Continue with the great work, guys.
Have you ever had that happen where you order something and you think it's a different order?
I've done it, yeah. I've completed the orders and then it's like, oh no, I just completed the wrong order.
Yeah, the last video, I thought after I filmed it, I thought I was going to get mad because I thought I had been shorted. I literally have 2 orders that are almost identical. They were just a couple of parts different.
So I've got a selling one for you.
Uh-oh.
So I it's Mardi Gras, so I'm selling Mardi Gras stuff, which does real good this time of year. So I combine shipping. So this guy buys two items from me. I combine shipping to send him an invoice.
Mm-hmm.
He pays me. After he pays me, he says, I thought it was free shipping. So I looked at the link. I said, no. So he sends me a picture where it shows free shipping. I send him the picture where it doesn't show free shipping.
Oh.
So I took care of it because it's it's like $6 or $7 shipping. No, I'm not gonna fight over it. But it's like I wanted to say, look, dude, you paid the invoice. If you had a question, you should have questioned me before you paid it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Why did he? What did you have to send me?
Where was his picture from? Was that
from? So if I click the link,
picture?
He messaged me through eBay, and if I click the link through his message, it pulls up the listing and it shows free shipping. But if I go to my orders and I click the listing through my orders, it pulls up the listing and it shows standard shipping.
So is that eBay's fault?
Yeah.
I think it is eBay's fault. But I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight over $6 or $7.
But what if it happens again?
Well, then I'll realize it's a problem, and then I'll try. Then I'll
contact them or something.
Yeah.
Another reason not to sell on eBay.
But when you look at your listing, not from the seller page, but on the actual listing, does it show free shipping? Okay.
You couldn't look at it now because the item is already sold.
Yeah, it could. It should
be in a sold item.
The sold item will show the shipping.
Yeah.
It will show the shipping.
Your other items on there, just to make sure that it doesn't say free shipping.
Yeah, well, that's what I had a handful of buy it nows that I left up all year, and some of them I put free shipping on. But that was this is something I just listed.
Well, sometimes if you have 2 different shipping options, one of them could be free shipping and one of them could be.
Yeah, but they weren't. I don't think they were. I don't know.
If he chose priority mail, he had to pay, but if he chose something else.
But my whole deal was that instead of him questioning,
why did he even pay to begin with?
And then complain.
Yeah, I agree.
He probably like it was like a double take. He paid for it and was like, "Oh, wait a second, did I just pay something that like he probably it was probably one of those things? I don't know."
Maybe so. It was just
He's too quick to pay. Bye.
Yeah.
Which I'm have to do.
Yeah, you do it. Well, you
not.
Mardigrasman knows.
Yeah. Yeah, or you do like Joey, you buy stuff from Bricklink and then you buy it again because you forgot you bought it the first time.
I've done that with Lego. Because I don't know, and then when we do a haul, Hayden will be like, "Hey, we have this already." Like, don't worry,
no excitement.
I was like, "Don't tell your mom."
Yep, we've all done it.
Yeah, it's easy.
Battery powered bricks. Joey would stir the pot of macaroni. The real crime is naming the old 2x2 rounded bricks macaroni in the first place.
But we had.
If
I saw an episode, you guys talked about that.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about it a few more times.
Yeah,
you talk about it a lot. It was in the first 8 episodes.
Remember, we can't remember what we talked about 30 minutes ago. I don't remember the last.
What was the homework assignment?
I know we're becoming those old men already who repeat themselves over and over.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn.
I could tell you some stories. Have you ever washed your hair in the shower, and then after you washed your body, you couldn't remember if you washed your hair or not?
I've done that. So you just do the soap again. Check your hand. You check your hand to see if it's soapy.
I'm glad it's not just me. I'm glad it's not just me.
You check your hand. If it's soapy, then okay. Yeah, I've done it already.
I think I'm in a time loop here.
Well, the bottle of shampoo says wash, rinse, repeat. I mean, I don't know how I get out. I don't know how some people ever get out the shower.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, Dad, why are you still in there? I forgot if I soaped or not.
If I ever did YouTube members on Patreon, early access to videos would be all I could think to do. I have been pretty consistent, staying a week or two ahead with scheduled uploads. I've subscribed to many creators over the years. The thought for me has always been to support creators. I rarely think about the perks. Also, does this podcast count as a video James wore his shirt for? Yes, it does.
Yeah.
We still don't have an answer yet.
No.
Maybe James will answer it in the comments in this video.
Maybe.
Bear1313, he's got a timestamp. I'm special, I mean dedicated. We must have mentioned
him, yeah.
Yeah. Thorrock videos, just starting the podcast, but anyone know what James's Bricklink store is called? I can't even find it on his channel.
Yeah, I think I do.
It's not linked.
Well, I thought I linked it, but
maybe it's on his Instagram.
Favorite?
I thought it was on his channel.
And then one of our favorite commenters is Contra Bricks, but I can't decipher his comments a lot of times. So
yeah, and he's wrote a lot. Yeah, he's from Australia or something. So his keyboard must be in a different. It's James Brick Warehouse, and I think his user is James17.
So what was the homework assignment
for this episode? I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't even write a time down.
All right, so if you're still with us now, leave us a comment.
Write in
the comments what the homework assignment was, please.
And then you can read it the next episode.
Yeah. and then leave us an answer.
Yeah.
I guess the dog ate our homework assignment.
Yeah. If you just leave the answer, we won't know what you're talking about. Well, I will after I edit it, but maybe. Jabbo, get us out of here.
All right. Well, thanks for watching this show where we talk. What were we talking about? Lego.
Maybe
we need a name for this. We want to thank our special guest this week, Nick, the Brick Adjuster, longtime YouTuber. Check him out. Check out it. He does a podcast. He does a live stream podcast.
It's on Friday nights now.
Friday
nights.
Friday nights.
It used to be Saturday mornings, but now we're doing it Friday nights. 10 p.m. Eastern time, which is 9 p.m. Central time, which is 7 p.m. Pacific time.
What time is it in Australia?
Well, I don't know. In the morning sometime.
So be sure to check it out, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks with another one of these. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down and give it another thumbs up. But anyway, we'll be back. We'll see you guys.
See you guys.